And we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. It is 23 degrees outside. It definitely feels like December today. It's been a while since it's felt like December, but it definitely does feel like December as we get set for the start of the Northeastern Plainsmen and the Salt Lake Bruins. Bailey Mechanical will make sure that if your house isn't the right temperature, that you get it to that right temperature. Your local Lennox dealer will handle your maintenance and check out your problems. Call Bailey Mechanical at 970-522-0471. This is the fifth and final game of day number one of the Region 9 crossover tournament here at Northeastern Junior College. The Northeastern Plainsmen and Salt Lake Bruins wrap up a day that has seen exceptional basketball. We open things up with McCook Community College defeating Laramie County Community College 96-92 in the first game of the day. Second game of the day, the Otero Rattlers defeated Eastern Wyoming 64-61. The Trinidad State Trojans topped Western Wyoming 88-83 in the game that just finished. North Platte downing Central Wyoming 70-63. That to me says we're going to see some incredible Region 9 basketball all season long across this area, and I'm super excited when that season starts. Also excited for this one tonight as the Northeastern Plainsmen and the Salt Lake Bruins will meet. It's an opportunity for a nationally ranked opponent to be on the floor here in Sterling. That hasn't happened in a while here on the men's side in Sterling, so fun to have that opportunity, and fun that NJC is the one that will be playing in the matchup against Salt Lake today. It will be Trinidad on the docket tomorrow. And of course, we will have coverage right here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network and on 94.5 The Ranch of NJC's matchup tomorrow night against Laramie County Community College. But all the games are on the NJC Athletics YouTube page. Let's go to the public address announce system to get this evening underway.
Good evening and welcome to Sterling, Colorado for the final game of day number one of the Region 9 crossover between the visiting Salt Lake Bruins and your Northeastern Plainsmen. Before we meet the starters for this contest, we ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visitors, the Salt Lake Bruins. A sophomore wearing number 1, Mason Benninger. A sophomore wearing number 4, Luke Smaley. A sophomore wearing number 12, Ethan Copeland. A freshman wearing number 15, Alvin Jackson III. And a sophomore wearing number 24, Xavier Edmonds. Salt Lake is coached by Dave Rice.
I'm coming in. Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up. See 'em still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up, shake 'em up. Coming in hot, just like the heater. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. Nice to the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the leader. They got the iron, well I got the coming in. Coming in.
now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Northeastern Plainsman. He's a freshman from Mansfield, Ohio, standing 6'1" and wearing number 2, Case Davis. He's a sophomore from Sterling, Colorado, standing 6'3" and wearing number 3, Ryder McConnell. He's a freshman from Mozambique, standing 6'8" and wearing number 4, Iwame Chungo. He's a sophomore from New Zealand, standing 6'11" and wearing number 13, Justin Sapoy. And he's a sophomore from Westminster, Colorado, wearing number 7, Owen Wright. The Northeastern Plainsmen are coached by Eddie Trinkle. Let's play ball.
Starting lineups on the Eastern Plains or Sports Network are brought to you by Northeastern. Come be a part of Northeastern Junior College and the educational process by visiting njc.edu as we head into a new semester. As finals are all done, and it is time for a winter break. Plainsmen will be in their white uniforms. They will be going from right to left. Salt Lake in their black uniforms. Blue letters and numbers for the Salt Lake Bruins. Black letters and numbers for the Northeastern Plainsmen. The Plainsmen Pete insignia on the front of their uniforms. Our tip-off is brought to you by Sterling Health Foods. Natural and effective supplements will help your body stay healthy. It's available and affordable with a rewards plan. Sterling Health Foods, south of Sterling on Highway 6. Ball up, tip 1, Plainsmen opening possession of the ball game, going right to left as Keith Davis will walk it into the front court and set it up. Davis to Chongo down in the far corner. Feed toward the top of the key, and it's immediately stolen away by Salt Lake. Quick run of the floor off the steal from Benninger. Benninger trails out on the near side, and he'll hand it off to Luke Smaley, the sophomore from Idaho, into the hands of Xavier Edmonds, far side. Team's leading scorer with 18 points a game this year puts a shot up, no good, and Justin Sapoy comes down with the rebound. Plainsmen will run back up the floor. Chongo baseline drive on the attack as he went in on Alvin Jackson III, the freshman from Washington, D.C., and Chongo will have an opportunity at the free throw line for the first points of the game, 33 seconds into the opening half. Plainsmen as a team this year is 69% free throw shooting team, although that has gone down by about 4% over the last 2 weeks. First free throw for the Southpaws up and no good. Chongo garnering the start for NJC in the stead of Camille Domingo, who will come off the bench tonight. Second free throw for Chongo. It's up and good for the Southpaws. So the Plainsmen get the opening point of the contest. They score 33 seconds in and lead 1-0. Salt Lake will walk it into the front court, and the offense will set up with Alvin Jackson, who picked up the foul last time up the floor. Far side feed to Ethan Copeland. Copeland drops onto the baseline. Little turn, baseline fadeaway, 2 up, no good on the shot from Benninger. Offensive rebound down by Edmonds, popping it and dropping it far side. Benninger, he knocks it down. So offensive rebound and drain the bucket, and a 3-1 lead for Salt Lake. Plainsmen quickly run back up the floor. Chongo down into the near corner for Keith Davis. Davis. He'll push it back across the top of the key. 13 on the shot clock, so a quick hit for the Plainsmen. Man defense from Salt Lake as Wright steps outside the arc. Chongo on the Bank of Colorado logo in front of the Salt Lake bench. Looking to drive, pulls up top of the key instead. Shot up, no good. Rebound is tipped, and Smaley comes up with a quick run up the floor. Far side, open 3 up, open 3 good. From downtown, knocking it down, Ethan Copeland, and Salt Lake has a 6-1 advantage. Plainsmen quickly run off the made shot, and Keith Davis attacks the rack. 18:15 to go in the first half. Keith Davis makes the first Plainsman bucket of the game. NJC trails Salt Lake 6-3. Ethan Copeland will set the offense up. Copeland covered by Ryder McConnell, screen and a switch. Sepoy lost his man and open for the three went Edmonds, but the shot would not drop. Chongo comes down with the rebound. Plainsman will transition into their offense. Far side with McConnell on the right wing. McConnell looking to fling it out up top, flung it into the backcourt. The Plainsman got it tipped by Slick in the backcourt, and Keith Davis recovered it. Feed to Chongo, driving down the lane. Owen Wright with the dish. Uwami Chongo with the lay-in. Good heady play by Keith Davis in the backcourt to get the ball first touched by Salt Lake before he picked it up, negating the backcourt violation. NJC down 6-5. Far side, Smaley with the ball. He'll drive baseline, kick near corner. Jackson the third, three up, no good. Rebound now by Keith Davis, and he will save it as he is falling out of bounds. Davis trots up the floor, ends up with no dribble. Ryder McConnell will be forced to come over. He'll set it up, drops it onto the block, left side of the lane. Owen Wright slams back out up top for Chongo. Davis near side. On the Plainsman, Pete Insignia, 8 on the shot clock, hands it off to Wright. Wright drives, looks for the fadeaway baseline, doesn't have it, denied, and he's going to turn it over instead of taking the shot clock violation. A 3 in transition, missed offensive rebound down by Alvin Jackson the third. Quick back up top in the lane, a blocking foul with 16:33 to go in the first half. Foul will be on Owen Wright. The Plainsmen will make a host of substitutions. Keziah Williams on for the first time in the ball game. Also in for NJC, Camille Domingo and Brady Green. 16:35 to go, first half. NJC trails Slick 6-5. Inbound to the left of the hoop. Feed in between the feet of Green, and as he attempts to get free of the inbound pass, he inadvertently kicks the ball. Trip in comes to Xavier Edmonds. Edmonds hands it off back to the inbounder. Angled shot up, no good, and Domingo comes down with the rebound on the miss from Copeland. Quick run of the floor for the Plainsmen. Green in the lane, shot rejected. Long rebound is picked up by Smaley. Smaley in transition, right to the hoop. He finds Bendinger, and Bendinger lays it up and in. Plainsmen trail 8-5, nearly 4 minutes into the first half. Keziah Williams, top of the key, around near wing to McConnell. McConnell, Davis, now Williams, all of that in front of the Slick bench. Keziah pulls up top, dishes far side to Keith Davis, 3 up, no good. Rebound traced down by Smaley, his third of the game. In transition, a 3 for Copeland up, a 3 for Copeland off the front of the net, no good. And out of bounds will take us to our first media timeout of the game. Slick leads NJC 8-5. You're listening to Northeastern Plainsman basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, Northeastern trails Salt Lake 8-5 at the first media timeout. 15:40 to go in half number 1. I'm Ben Blecka. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping banking simple. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home. Fully online, bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC. on the media timeout. Brevin Trinkle enters the game for Keith Davis, and for NJC, Noah Adamczyk. First action in December. He's been out for a couple weeks with an injury. Noah's in as the shooting guard. Keziah Williams drives in the lane, dishes up off the window, finding Brady Green. Good assist by Keziah Williams. And the Plainsmen back within one, nearly 5 minutes into the first half. Running into the front court come the Bruins, going left to right. Smalley sets it up, drops it down onto the block to Xavier Edmonds. Xavier Edmonds shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Adamczyk after it was tipped around. Adamczyk will drive up the floor, Noah to the window, shot won't go. Rebound down by Edmonds. In transition, Salt Lake tic-tac-toe. That ball didn't hit the floor one time. Mason Bendinger with 7 points. Give the assist to Smalley, his second of the contest. 10-7 Salt Lake. Plainsmen with the basketball in their front court. On the baseline, Camille Domingo double down off the help side in the lane. He'll kick it back out up top. It's stolen away. Copeland with the steal. One-on-one up the floor. Shot does not go. Great defense by Adamczyk. After the Northeastern Plainsmen coughed it up. Quick run back into the front court. Still 10-7 Salt Lake. Green baseline, Domingo driving down the heart of the lane, off the window and in. Brady Green with the dish. Camille Domingo with the finish off. 10-9 NJC trails nearly 6 minutes in to the first half. Top of the key, Salt Lake sets it up with Ethan Copeland. Copeland into the high post for Xavier Edmonds. Edmonds ISO'd with Green, drives, kicks, far corner. On is Cohen Collier, the 7'1" sophomore. He dished top of the key to Bendinger, who missed his shot. Rebound by Trinkle out in front to Green. Green to the rack, lays it up and in. So Brevin Trinkle, good heads-up play, gives the lead back to the Plainsmen at 11-10. 13:35 to go in half number one. Salt Lake trots into the front court, sets the offense up. Smalley on the right wing. Through a screen of Edmonds, gives off to Edmonds on that pick and roll. Green recovered nicely off that screen. He blocked a shot, and on his follow-through, Brady Green went into the elbow of Xavier Edmonds, the 6'9" sophomore from California. Edmonds already committed to Texas Christian next year. He'll play at TCU for the Horned Frogs. On the season, averaging 17 points a game. Bendinger averaging 23 a game, leads the Bruins in scoring this year. The one area that Salt Lake has struggled this season is at the free throw line, just a 64% shooting team. Xavier Edmonds misses his first. It remains 11-10 Northeastern. One sub already in, that's Sam Savulich, the freshman from Utah for Salt Lake. Edmonds can't make the second, so the second doesn't come in. He gets his own rebound, though. Feeds onto the left wing, and a travel as Bendinger took a tumble, attempting to turn back when covered by Trinkle. So Edmonds will get a breather now. First time in the contest, Edmonds takes a seat. Replacing him is the son of head coach Dave Rice, Cade Rice. I'll walk into the front court with Brevin Trinkle setting things up. Trinkle falls away, two up and in. Nice move by Brevin Trinkle off a screen to pop it and drop it. Plainsmen hold the three-point lead at 13-10, their largest of this young contest. Collier with it far side, hands off into the corner. Shot up, no good from Anosike. Rebound chased down for the Northeastern Plainsmen, and quickly running the floor, Adamczyk. Adamczyk pulls up, fall away from 15, kisses the rim and doesn't go in. Rebound falls right to Cade Rice. Quick fly back up the floor, three pop, doesn't drop. Keziah Williams with the rebound on the miss from Anosike. 12:20 to go first half. Plainsmen lead the Bruins 12-10. Trinkle stands on the Northeastern end, Insignia center court, and sets the offense up. Swings it on to the near side for Keziah Williams. Now he'll head back to the center court, Insignia, with 10 on the shot clock. Drives right side of the lane, spins back and then up, and his shot is blocked by Cade Rice, and Collier comes down with the rebound. Quick toss up the floor in transition. Rice, and a blocking foul will be whistled on Brevin Trinkle as he attempted to take a charge from Cade Rice. With 11:54 to go in the first half, we hit our second media timeout. It's Northeastern 13, Salt Lake 10. You're listening to Plainsman Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, Northeastern leads Salt Lake 13-10 out of our second media timeout. 11:54 to go in half number one. Van Wyck Insurance has insurance from over 60 lines, and they will help you find the right one to fit your budget. Stop in and see Van Wyck Insurance today, 508 West Main Street in Sterling. Cade Rice is headed to the free throw line out of the timeout after Brevin Trinkle drew the blocking foul prior to the break. Plainsman went full-blown hockey substitution. 5 new players on the court. Keith Davis, Justin Sepoy, Ryder McConnell, Uwami Chongo, and Owen Wright, the starting 5, back out. One of 2 free throws goes in. Rice missing the second, and the rebound chased down by Sepoy. Plainsman will run the floor. Keith Davis on the left wing. He is trapped, feeds to a driving right. The teardrop off iron, no good, out. Off of Justin Sepoy's collection attempt. Coach Eddie Trinkle hyping up his guys, doing the right thing, just attacking the right way. And we talked about that in the pregame show as our key to the contest. It's less about the result at this point in the season still and more about doing the right things. Drive off the near side. Sepoy gets a rebound on the missed shot. That take came from Anosike, who's 0 for 3 since joining this contest. Keith Davis up the floor, flies to the hoop, shot tips rim, doesn't go in. Rebound run down by Collier on the near side. Back come the Bruins going left to right, spearheaded by Savulich. Savulich hands it off, NBA range 3, hammers rim, doesn't go in. Collier gets the rebound, the big men down underneath, banging on the glass. Quick swing onto the far side. Into the lane, the entry to Cade Rice, and either Uwami Chongo or Keith Davis has whistled for the foul. Davis whistled with hit as he was on the backside defensively. Chongo had swiped on the help down. Inbound on the baseline. He came in on the media timeout as well. That's sophomore Trey Brown for the Salt Lake Bruins, who gets the entry back in, and he posts up on Owen Wright. Dribbles it off his own foot. Sepoy hits the deck, attempting to collect the basketball. Plainsmen scatter around, try to tip several things. Shot doesn't go on the 3 from Anosike. Offensive rebound down for Trey Brown. Brown fouled, dropped it in, hoop and harm. Chance for a lead to go back to the Salt Lake Bruins. The 5th foul on the Plainsmen. It's the 2nd in the first half on Owen Wright, who will exit in the stead of Camille Domingo. No, he stays on. And now they have it right. Sepoy will stay. Domingo goes in for Wright. And one free throw for Trey Brown tickles the twine. Lead over to Salt Lake. 14-13, 10:38 to go in half number one. Plainsmen run up the floor. Chongo. Move top of the key, hounded by Brown. Slings it around far side, trapping defense from the Bruins. Feed into the lane for Chongo. Chongo off the window, doesn't drop. Rebound ripped down by Collier, his 4th off the bench. Long launch up the floor, no transition as the Plainsmen got back defensively. Anosike will sling it up top to Brown. Brown around to Sabulich near side. Skip pass across to Rice. Rice into the lane. The teardrop off the window does not drop. Ryder McConnell down with the rebound. He finds Davis, quick outlet halfway through the first half. Off the floor far side, Ryder McConnell. Entry onto the left block for Sepoy. Turns, looks for the up and under. Stepped on the baseline on the up and under. Fourth turnover of the first half for the Plainsmen. Whole host of subs. Most of the starters back on the floor for the Bruins. The only non-starter out there right now is Trey Brown. 14-13, 9:50 to go in the first half. Coverage made possible by Sydney Regional Medical Center in Sydney, Nebraska. Learn more about how they can help you stay in the game and don't let your injury keep you out of it. SydneyRMC.com. Entry pass to Edmonds, who is now defended by Justin Sepoy. Edmonds in the lane, backside feed, and a steal for Ryder McConnell as he jumped into the passing lane. Quick toss up the floor, and McConnell shows the three. Davis around near side for Chongo. Chongo, entry onto the left wing for Domingo. Slings it across to the right arc for McConnell. McConnell tipped out of his hands as he elevated. Re-corralled it and saved it. 10 on the shot clock. Davis backs out for a quick hitter for the Plainsmen. Driving left side. Bouncing off a couple bodies to the window. Draws the foul. Will head 15 feet unguarded for a couple charity opportunities on the second foul of this first half on Salt Lake, the first on Trey Brown. Davis has 2 points for the Plainsmen. Brady Green with 4, leading currently. First free throw up and in for Keith Davis. The one thing this NJC team has not really established regularly is the player that is the go-to guy. It had been Noah Adamczyk. His injury, several other guys have stepped up in the stead, but even when Noah was healthy, it was still multiple guys about the matchups and that kind of thing. Keith Davis burying both, so the Plainsmen take the lead back at 15-14. 5 lead changes 2 times. Keith Davis tipped the ball out of the hands of Trey Brown. How about a steal for Keith Davis? He'll end up running the floor. Dish Adamczyk out to Williams. Right wing slams into the lane. And a kick ball by Brown on the entry pass attempt to Justin Sepoy. Plainsman with 21 on the shot clock. Inbound from the left of the hoop. Keith Davis to Justin Sepoy in line. Slings it back out up top. Adamczyk, Noah driving baseline. Drops it off the screen to Sepoy, who posts up, kicks out to Davis. He pops it. He drops it. Keith Davis from downtown. Good inside out for the Northeastern Plainsmen. They lead by 4, their largest lead of this contest. 8:20 to go in the first half. Top of the key. Copeland tosses it out to Trey Brown. Brown on the deck, drives right side of the lane. He kicks near side. Jackson 3, up no good. Rebound, fought for, won by Edmonds on the offensive glass. Back around, far side 2, up no good for the Bruins. Rebound tipped and Adamczyk comes up with it. Quick toss up the floor. Near side, Williams feeding into the lane, looking for Camille Domingo. Domingo was tugged to the deck. Foul is on Ethan Copeland, and with 7:52 to go in the first half, we're headed to our third media timeout. Northeastern 18, Salt Lake 14. You're listening to Plainsman Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainsmen have shot nearly 50% thus far with 7:52 to go in the first half. It's 18-14 as the Plainsmen lead number 6 Salt Lake back inside the Bank of Colorado Events Center. They're 8 of 17 from the floor. The Salt Lake Bruins are 5 of 21. Baseline inbound for Brevin Trinkle, who enters in on the media timeout, finding Camille Domingo, and Domingo changed pivot feet off the inbound. Established his left initially, and then attempting to back down, turned to his right. 5th turnover for the Plainsmen in the first half. 6 offensive rebounds for Salt Lake, the 2 big numbers for these clubs right now. Bruins have Luke Smaley running point up the floor. Smaley entering onto the far side to Bendinger, leading scorer. Shot up, iron doesn't go. Rebound out, last touched by the Salt Lake Bruins. And Ethan Copeland. Bendinger 7 points. He's made 3 of the team's 5 shots thus far. Still 18-14 NJC as Brevin Trinkle runs it into the front court. 7:26 to go in the first half. Trinkle out to the Pete Insignia on the near sideline to Keziah Williams. Shovels far side, Noah Adamczyk off a screen. Adamczyk drops it back out. Keziah, show me 3 steps to 16 with 8 on the shot clock. Back to Brevin Trinkle. Trinkle drives right side. Got a leg from Xavier Edmonds. Xavier Edmonds' first foul of the ball game. Just the 4th on the Salt Lake Bruins. Inbound to the left of the hoop, back up to 20 on the shot clock. Quick into Camille Domingo. Quick release off the window. Doesn't drop. Xavier Edmonds down with the board. He'll try to push the floor. Plainsmen deny him as Edmonds shovels far side. Quick release 3 off iron. No good on the take from Copeland. Rebound run down near side. Bolting up the floor are the Plainsmen to the hoop. Trinkle shot does not go. Loose ball rebound. Williams saves it. First offensive rebound of the game for the Plainsmen. Trinkle to Domingo in the lane. Camille Domingo will be fouled, and in the act of the shot, it is the 2nd foul on Xavier Edmonds, one of the leaders for the Salt Lake Bruins, and the Bruins will take the timeout with 6:42 to go in this opening half. So the Plainsmen continuing with the pressure, unable to really find a lot of what they're working on right now. Coming up tomorrow, there is 5 more games of basketball in this gymnasium. NJC, of course, wraps up the night tomorrow night against Laramie County Community College, but the 10 a.m. game, Otero and Central Wyoming. The Salt Lake Bruins take on Trinidad State at noon. 2:30 tomorrow, North Platte and Eastern Wyoming, and 4:30 tomorrow, McCook and Western Wyoming, with our nightcap, NJC and L Trip. Camille Domingo to the free throw line.
Number 5, Camille Domingo.
Out of the timeout. And Camille knocks in the first. Camille, a dynamic player for the Northeastern Plainsmen last season. Really kind of found his own late in the season. Knocks in the second, was regularly approaching double-double status with points and rebounds. 2014, 6-point advantage, the largest of the game for the Northeastern Plainsmen, largest of the game for either team. Collier came in on the timeout, the 7-1 player for the Salt Lake Bruins. Entry pass in, punched back out by the Plainsmen. Onto the far side, Bendinger will pick it up, 9 on the shot clock, flying down the heart of the lane. Ball coughed up by Copeland off a Northeastern Plainsman player, though. So 6 on the shot clock, inbound mid-right baseline for the Bruins. Plainsmen tightening up their man defense. Smaley will be triggering it in. Finds Bendinger, jumper up, no good. Smaley down, offensive rebound, top of the key, popping a 3, dropping a 3. Copeland knocks it through. So Smaley with the assisted bucket, missed shot on the inbound, but an offensive rebound, their 7th of the game. 2017 Plainsmen's lead cut to 3, under 6 to go first half. Drive baseline, Brevin Trinkle, fall away 2, instead dumps it off to Camille Domingo. Suck the defense to him. Dish the dime. 22-17 Northeastern. 5:45 to go first half. Pick into the front court. Bruins bring it going left to right. Smaley top of the key. Dropped onto the block for Collier, banging on Justin Sepoy, feeding post to post, spinner in the lane, and Bendinger knocks it down. That's 9 in the contest for Bendinger. Good post to post pass for Salt Lake. Plainsman lead cut down to 3, 22-19. Brevin Trinkle runs into the front court, right side of the lane, feeds high block to Camille Domingo. Domingo shovels to Adamczyk. 13 on the shot clock. Plainsman will set one of their many quick hitters. Screen for Sepoy, driving left side of the lane. Adamczyk off the window on the scoop shot. Doesn't drop. Long rebound, toss out in front to the rack. Shot does not go. Great defense on Bendinger by Brevin Trinkle to deny the clean look. Up and under Domingo goes as the Plainsman attempt to transition. Shot does not go. Collier down with the rebound. Quick run back for the Bruins. Near side three for the tie. Up and no good for Copeland, and Sepoy collects the rebound. Plainsman, they're going to slow the tempo back down. 4:30 to go in the first half. Keziah Williams off that delayed drive, in shot, no good. Tip rebound for Sepoy. Can't collect it. Collier down with the board in transition. Long toss. Finding Alvin Jackson the third. Jackson gets Salt Lake back within one. 4:15 to go in the first half. Plainsman lead 22-21. Brevin Trinkle into the front court. Keziah Williams left wing. Trinkle near corner. Entry pass onto the left block for Domingo. Backs his man down into the paint to the window. Up and under. Shot does not go. Collier down with his 7th rebound of the first half. Just came up short on the attempted Domingo. Run for the Bruins. High off the window. Bendinger knocks it in. First man to double figures lead back over to the Salt Lake Bruins at 23-22, a 6-0 run. Trinkle runs up with 3:36 to go. Adamczyk in the far corner. Adamczyk driving high elbow. 10-footer in the lane. Rolls rim and dumps in. Noah Adamczyk tickles the twine. Plainsman back in front, 24-23. Long stretch of unfettered basketball by whistles right now. 4 subs at the table for the Plainsmen, 2 for the Bruins. Next whistle, which will come here. Bruin attack in the lane leads to a ping-pong game, and Bruin player ends up on the deck thanks to Keziah Williams. 3:12 to go, half one. Northeastern 24, Salt Lake 23. Media timeout on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center in the Northeastern, Plainsmen lead the Salt Lake Bruins 24-23 with 3:12 to go. In half number one, Carpet Comfort Center has elegant flooring for every step of your life, and they're there to make sure that your house is comfortable. So whatever your flooring needs are, carpet, tile, laminate, hardwood, they got it. Stop by in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling. Salt Lake will inbound out of the media timeout. Quick into the far corner. 3 up, no good on that take from Copeland. Rebound is tipped out, and Bendinger will save it. Bendinger, the volleyball 3-meter line. Driving right side of the lane, near side off the window. Banged on the elbow. Plainsman had a whole host of subs. Only Keziah Williams remained on. Awami Chongo, Keith Davis, Ryder McConnell, and Brady Green checked in. And Green now with 2 fouls. Green playing because Owen Wright has 2 fouls. So the Plainsmen, the question is, do you utilize Sepoy or Domingo? And Justin Sepoy will be called to the table as Benninger kisses the front of the rim on his first free throw. Benninger, only player in the game in double figures with 11. Ethan Copeland has 6 for Salt Lake. Plainsmen are led by 6 from Camille Domingo, 7 from Keith Davis, and 4 from Brady Green, who just set for Justin Sepoy. Second free throw goes in for Benninger, so we are tied for a third time in this first half at 24. Ryder McConnell, left wing, driving off the angle. Shoves it up top to Uwami Chongo. Chongo pulls up and drains it. From long range, the freshman from Mozambique drains it. Ball goes into the entryway off the rebound, so we have a slight pause. Plainsmen now lead 27-24. Bruins walk it into the front court with Copeland on the left wing. Drops baseline to Benninger. Benninger now covered by Keziah Williams. A lot of physicality there. Help side from Chongo. Skip across to the near wing for Sabulic, who pulls up free throw line. Hammers rim, doesn't go in. Rebound collected by Cade Rice on the offensive glass. Back up, free throw line jumper, up and draining it. So Ethan Copeland with 8 points on that second chance opportunity. Gets Salt Lake within 1, 27-26 NJC. 1:50 to go before halftime. Keith Davis walks it into the front court. Around near side for Ryder McConnell. McConnell missed his entry pass to Sepoy. He'll make it anyway. Sepoy backs his big man down and then coughs it up, attempting to kick it back out. Quick push up the floor. Salt Lake to the rack. Benninger too soft on his take. Credit Ryder McConnell on the defense, just getting in the way, and Keziah Williams with the rebound. Great entry pass this time up the floor. Keziah Williams didn't hesitate, finding Justin Sepoy, and the 6'11 sophomore drains his first shot attempt of the game. 75 seconds to go in the first half. Plainsmen lead 29-26. Pull up on the right wing. Off the rim goes the jumper of Ethan Copeland. Rebound conducted by Keziah Williams, his 4th of the contest. He'll hand it off to Keith Davis, who walks it into the front court. Keith and Keziah outside the arc with Ryder McConnell. High post. Justin Sepoy fall away from 15. The soft touch rolls right, and Benninger collects the rebound. 45 seconds to go, 19-second differential shot clock, game clock. So unless the Bruins rush a shot, Plainsmen should have the final take of half one. High, tight man defense for the Plainsmen. Sabulic hands it off top of the key. 3 for Copeland, drains it. Ethan Copeland into double figures with the 11, ties us at 29. 20 seconds to go in half one. Plainsmen with the final shot. Keith Davis backs out to the center court line. He'll hold for that final shot. Tightly defended by Sabulic. Dumps into the far corner, Keziah Williams. Williams, backdoor feed. Uwami Chongo had the ball slip out of his hands as he went for the dunk. Collier with the rebound. 3 up from 30, knocking it in. Copeland. And Copeland with 14 will send Salt Lake to the locker room with the lead, 32-29. The Plainsmen had an alley-oop, and it slipped through the hands of Uwami Chongo. And that is how half number one comes to a close. Great first half, though, for the Northeastern Plainsmen and the Salt Lake Bruins. We'll break it down on our halftime show next. You're listening to Northeastern Plainsmen basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center at halftime, the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen trail the Salt Lake Bruins 32-29. 9 lead changes, 4 ties in the first half, and our halftime numbers are brought to you by Buckeye Welding Supply. You have welding questions, they have welding answers, and they have the welding supplies too. Our area welders know what sets Buckeye Welding Supply apart. Stop by and see for yourself at 330 South the 11th Avenue in Sterling. Numbers for NJC in half number 1, 11 of 28 shooting. They started 8 for their first 17, made 3 of their final 11. One thing I do like for NJC in the first half, only 3 3-pointers attempted. They're 2 of 3. They get to the hoop. They're attacking. They're driving. That's what you need to do if you're going to succeed in an Eddie Trinkle offense. They're 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 18 rebounds in the first half. Can't be unhappy with that. What you can be unhappy with is giving up 9 offensive rebounds. Salt Lake has the 24-18 rebounding advantage at halftime and 9 offensive rebounds. They've turned those 9 offensive rebounds in the contest into 12 second chance points. So that's a problem. When you trail by 3 and you've given up 12 second chance points and only have 2 of your own, that is a problem. The other problem is 6 turnovers in the first half. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, and they're right on their season average, but a lot of NJC's turnovers have been bad turnovers. They've been opportunities where they have a look, they have the move, they hold up too long, or they push too hard too quickly. It's finding that right balance that is the struggle for NJC. Salt Lake didn't shoot very well in the first half, barely above 30%, 12 of 38. Part of that was shot selection, 4 of 17 from beyond the arc, and I understand that's part of the brand of game that they play, averaging 93 a game. But the shots were not dropping for them in the first half. Won that rebounding battle, only had 3 turnovers in half number 1. Things look very good for them, and they closed with the authority that you expected them to close with in the first half. Now, what's going to happen here at halftime? Well, there's going to be adjustments for both of these teams. You will have both of these teams make changes, and I will be intrigued to see how the Plainsmen adjust, because now Salt Lake has 20 minutes to figure out NJC's defense. And there is a little foul trouble. Brady Green, Owen Wright for the Plainsmen, Xavier Edmonds, who was scoreless in the first half for Salt Lake. But if you're NJC, you need to adjust to what Salt Lake does. It's not going to be about your change at halftime. It is going to be about what change happens once you see what the other side has changed in this one, and that's who will win this ball game. 3-point game at half. Salt Lake leads Northeastern 32-29. Second half coming up next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center as we head to half number 2, the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen holding the lead for much of the first half, trail at halftime, 32-29. Our second half brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Contact Melinda Hutt for all your home, life, auto, farm, and ranch insurance needs, 526-0202. Salt Lake will go from right to left in this second half. They will begin with the basketball as they had the arrow to end half number 1. Starting 5 on the floor for both clubs. Foul trouble for the Plainsmen with Owen Wright, who's back on the floor with 2 fouls as they started to begin this second half. Far side, Ethan Copeland, leading scorer for the Bruins at half with 14 points, enters it in onto the block to Xavier Edmonds. Edmonds' jumper up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Owami Chongo. Edmonds remains scoreless in this game for the Salt Lake Bruins. Actually, yeah, he is scoreless. Ball be run into the front court. Keith Davis, left side of the lane, scoop shot off the window. Doesn't go, gets his own rebound, and the putback up and in. Keith Davis, the Plainsmen's leading scorer, with 9. 4 second chance points now for the Plainsmen. That's just their second offensive rebound of the game. Top of the key with the ball, Mason Bendinger. Enter onto the block. Xavier Edmonds turns back, and Justin Sapoy attempting to stay his ground defensively. Had an arm draped across the off arm of Edmonds, and Edmonds will earn a trip to the free throw line on Sapoy's first foul this evening. Plainsmen taking on the number 6 Salt Lake Bruins here this evening. Playing well in the first half, part of that defense. Credit to Justin Sapoy, who's turned into a defensive juggernaut for NJC in the early stages of this 24-25 season. Edmonds drains the first free throw. Second goes as well. So Salt Lake, who's led by as many as 5, back up by 3, 34-31, nearly a minute in to the second half. Keith Davis runs into the front court, blow by baseline, feeds to Owen Wright. Wright fishes in to Owami Chongo. A holding call on the perimeter. Foul on Luke Smaley, the point guard, denying the run through of Keith Davis after his initial blow by into the paint. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Drop into McConnell, far corner, denied his 3 by Benninger. McConnell, high post, Sapoy, low block for Wright, turns back to his left, draws the foul. Is it underneath or up top? It's underneath by Ethan Copeland, and his second foul. Xavier Edmonds came across with the block attempt, but the foul underneath did not allow Edmonds, who also made contact, to be whistled for his third. Going right to the line for the first time tonight. Plainsmen 5 of 6 from the free throw line in half 1. First charitable chance for Owen. Goes through for his first point tonight. Second goes in as well. Students have all gone home, so this place is a morgue on free throws. You don't have the rowdy atmosphere sitting right below us from our broadcast perch, with winter break fully underway now. Smaley on the left wing, drops it in, mid-block, left side of the lane. 2 up, no good for Xavier Edmonds. Shot does not drop. Rebound collected by Keith Davis. Quick push up the floor. Owami Chongo to Justin Sapoy. Sapoy spun free and dunked it down. His defender went high, and NJC with the lead at 35-34, 18-15 to go in the second half. Off ball, Owen Wright and Mason Bendinger involved in some extracurricular. It was instigated by Wright, who was whistled for foul number 3, and Camille Domingo enters the basketball game. Wright, who garners the start tonight, struggling. Quick give back on the inbound to Alvin Jackson III, and he drains it from downtown. Nice give back, assisted bucket for Smaley, his 4th assist tonight. And the 11th lead change as Salt Lake's back in front, 37-35. Ryder McConnell, top of the key to Keith Davis on the left wing. Keith off a screen from Sepoy and a moving screen. Sepoy, he's fine if he takes the contact without the arms, but kind of had the forearms and elbows involved to ensure that the man didn't get past his 6'11 frame. And picking up 2 quick fouls in the second half will earn him an early trip to the bench. Brady Green, who has 2 fouls of his own, will replace him. Bruins trot into the front court. Alvin Jackson, the third near side. Xavier Edmonds covered by Green. Backs Green down. Help side defense from Domingo. Too strong goes Edmonds on the shot. Rebound down by Davis. Shot out of a cannon up the floor. His shot swatted to the back wall by Luke Smaley. He was not letting that energy flow the way of the Plainsmen. And now with Sepoy sitting, Coach Dave Rice will turn to his 7'1" sophomore Cohen Collier, who didn't attempt a shot in half one, but has 8 rebounds. Tallest player on the floor for Northeastern is Brady Green, listed at 6'7". If he's 6'7", I'm 6'2". 37-35 after the Plainsmen turn it over. Quick walk into the front court, near corner 3 for Copeland. Feigned, drives, dishes. Collier to the window, off the wall, and drops it in. Cohen Collier, the 7'1" player, drops in the bucket. 39-35. Salt Lake. Green up and under. He avoids 7-1 and off the window, drops it in. Plainsmen back within 2, 37-35. That's 6 points tonight for Brady Green. Mason Benninger, left wing, will find Copeland, who now runs point, covered by Ryder McConnell. Off the screen, did not get free. Hands off to Benninger, who spins away in the lane, and the teardrop tickles the twine. Benninger with 14, tied for the team lead. Lead back to 4 for Salt Lake, 41-37. Keith Davis runs the floor, right side of the lane, draws contact. Luke Smaley picking up foul number 2. And Keith Davis garnering a trip to the free throw line.
Luke Smaley, his second, team scorer at the line, shooting 2 for the Plainsmen. Number 2, Keith Davis.
Davis, leading scorer for the Plainsmen with 9 points. And 7 early in the first half. And garners the first man in double figures mark tonight on our scorebook. Second opportunity for Davis goes as well. 11 points for the freshman from Ohio. 41-39. Salt Lake leads Northeastern. 16.5 to go in the second half. Ball walked into the front court. Trey Brown came in on the foul. Brown drops baseline to Benninger. Benninger back to Brown. Brown off a screen. Good help by Keith Davis. Fished into the near corner. Collier from downtown. Bangs back iron. Does not drop. Wami Chongo down with the rebound. Plainsmen past half with Keith Davis. Hounded by Brown. Chongo comes to help after he gives up his dribble. Wami driving. Pocket picked. Wami Chongo commits the foul after committing the turnover, and that sends us to our first media timeout of the second half. 41-39, Salt Lake leads Northeastern. You're listening to Plainsman Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainsman trail Salt Lake 41-39 as we welcome you back in to the Bank of Colorado Event Center in our second half, made possible by Coons Pump and Well Supply. Don't wait until the last minute to solve our irrigation well and watering problems. 970-522-2035. It'll be Bruin basketball out of the media timeout. Plainsmen bring Keziah Williams onto the floor on the media timeout. And Salt Lake did not make any changes. On the left wing, Trey Brown, the sophomore from Phoenix, dumps the ball into the near corner for Jackson. Back out up top, NBA range three for Copeland, nothing but net. Copeland with 17. He is 5 of 11 from long range and matches the Bruins' largest lead of the game at 5 points, 44-39. Keziah Williams on the Plainsman Penny logo in front of the Plainsman bench, far side, hands off to Keith Davis. Half the shot clock elapsed, dropped onto the block, Camille Domingo. Keziah feigns the three off near side, Ryder McConnell. Tight man defense prevents McConnell the three, off to Green on the right wing. He backs his man down, fall away, shot off the side of the backboard. Ball did not hit the rim, so even though Collier blocked the shot, the horn sounded, so therefore it would have been NJC basketball, but with no time on the shot clock, that's a violation. And ball goes back to Salt Lake. Top of the key three, pop and drop again. Ethan Copeland, he's heating up, and the largest lead of the basketball game for either team is now 8 for Salt Lake at 47-39. Plainsmen run the floor. Keith Davis left side of the lane. Fished into the corner. Keziah Williams from downtown. Three off the top of the backboard and the support structure. And possession back over to Salt Lake. 14:36 to go in the second half. Plainsmen, couple substitutions back on for NJC. Returns starter Owen Wright with 3 fouls. First action in the second half for Noah Adamczyk, the team's leading scorer this year, but he's been out for a couple weeks with an injury. Drive and a kick near corner three for Jackson the third. He drops in his second from three. The lead is double digits for Salt Lake at 11, 50-39. 14:11 to go in the second half. Adamczyk, baseline drive, spins, and the ball kicked as he attempts to feed to a cutting Camille Domingo. So the Plainsmen maintain possession and will inbound to the right of the hoop with Brevin Trinkle, who also came in on the last whistle. Trinkle to Domingo underneath the hoop. Camille muscles it up and in. Domingo with 8. Third assist of the game for Brevin Trinkle. Plainsmen down 9, needing their defense to step back up again. Collier defended by Camille Domingo. Collier driving in, kicks the ball off far side. Fall away from Alvin Jackson the third on the baseline. Shot does not go. Rebound down by Camille Domingo. Quick toss up. He finds Keziah Williams. The trail, Brevin Trinkle to Williams in the far corner. Entry onto the low block, far side of the lane. Domingo off to Adamczyk. He pops it. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Collier. 9th rebound of the contest. Collier quick in transition. Brown backs out to the center court stripe. 13:15 to go, second half. Bendinger down into the far corner, feigning a three, popping it, does not drop. Offensive rebound down. Collier on the missed shot from Copeland, and Collier bangs it back up and in. It's now 14 second chance points tonight for the Salt Lake Bruins. They lead by 11. 52-41, Keziah Williams gets the slow pass, far corner from Trinkle, spin, baseline right, out to Trinkle. He'll launch it, he'll drop it. Brevin Trinkle drains it from long range. Good inside out kick for the Plainsmen, knocking it down, back within 8, and Eddie Trinkle utilizes a timeout with 12:41 to go in the second half. We're close enough to it. It's the media timeout. Plainsmen down 52-44. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainsmen down 8 with 12:41 to go in the second half as we welcome you back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center at Salt Lake. 52, Northeastern 44. Better Electric covers all your electrical work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. 970-521-1030. Bruins will walk it into the front court out of the timeout with Trey Brown spearheading the offense this time. Xavier Edmonds back in on the media timeout. Edmonds scoreless from the floor. He's defended by Camille Domingo. Domingo tightly defending Xavier Edmonds, and a jump of the passing lane. Owen Wright with the steal. Plainsmen in transition will slow things down as they did not have numbers. Wright sets a screen for Adamczyk, who drives left elbow in the lane. 7'1" Collier thwarts his attempt all the way to the hoop. Back out far side. Collier trying to block the three. Noah Adamczyk says no thank you and drains it from long range. NJC back within 5, 52-47. Adamczyk with another steal for the Plainsmen as he jumps across the passing lane. McConnell in transition. He'll rim it off the backboard. Long rebound down by Edmonds. Quick toss back into the front court, and Edmonds right to the hoop. Got it back from Brown, and that's the first field goal made tonight by Xavier Edmonds. He was 0 for 7 from the floor prior to that make. The Northeastern Plainsmen trail 54-47. Trinkle denied on the baseline, out to Wright. Wright flies in, fishes it back up top for Adamczyk. Adamczyk with 9 on the shot clock. Baseline, attacks in, up and under, too strong on his take. Rebound pulled down by Edmonds. He'll quickly toss it up the floor into the near corner for Trey Brown. Brown with the dunk and an offensive foul. Camille Domingo stepped in and took the charge from Trey Brown. A rare empty possession for the Salt Lake Bruins. And now we will have the media timeout, but we've already taken our media timeout, so we will keep it here. Our coverage made possible by Stubbs Gas and Oil. When you're traveling, you want the one stop that has it all. Stop by Stubbs Gas and Oil on I-76, exit 66A in Wiggins, and see Stubbs Gas and Oil. This is our next to last game of 2024 for Northeastern Junior College coverage on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We'll be back after Christmas break on January 6th. For more basketball, but I invite you to make sure you're following along with the Eastern Plains Sports Network on Spotify now. Just search for Eastern Plains Sports Network. We have a lot of podcast content. I've been working on putting together our 2024 in review, the Eastern Plains wrap-up that will air on 1010 Preps or 1010 KSIR's Eastern Plains Sports today. But we'll also have it in podcast form, and we'll have a special Inside Northeastern coming up on Wednesday next week, just devoted to the 2024 of the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and Plainsmen. So give us a follow on Spotify. We'd love to have you check out. It's all about the local sports scene. Probably 80% of what we do talks about Northeast and Eastern Colorado sports. Give you that outlet to be able to support our local athletes. Plainsmen down with 10:50 to go in the second half, 54-47, with the ball out of the media timeout. Walked into the front court by Keith Davis. Camille Domingo pass near side, intended for Davis, tipped out of bounds by Trey Brown. Davis, the lone man in double figures with 11. Onto the floor for the Bruins will come Sam Savulich. His first action in half two as he replaces Cade Rice. Keith Davis directs traffic on the Bank of Colorado logo near side. Fishes it up top for Ryder McConnell. McConnell on the deck, driving in, high off the window. Shot does not go. And Cohen Collier down with his 11th rebound of the game. Quick in transition, Xavier Edmonds fouled before he attempted the shot. Foul is on Camille Domingo. Domingo's first this evening. Fifth foul on the Plainsmen in the second half. Justin Sepoy re-enters the contest as Domingo takes a seat. Sepoy will not be defending 7'1". He will still remain defending Xavier Edmonds, who is one of the team's leading scorers and a Division I bound prospect. Down underneath, a pass attempted from Ethan Copeland, stolen away by Brevin Trinkle. Trinkle runs the floor. Davis far corner, zigs and zags around the perimeter, returns back out up top to Trinkle. Trinkle off a screen, returns back to the left, high post for Wright. Wright, drown, right side of the lane, right to the window. Wright is right for his first points from the floor tonight. Plainsmen within 5, 54-49, near halfway through the second half. Top of the key, Trey Brown. Brown backs off onto the left wing. Behind the back with 10 on the shot clock. Near corner three is up. Sabulic drains it from downtown. Sabulic, his first points tonight. Lead back up to 8 for Salt Lake. They popped the lead as high as 11. NJC's been able to get back as close as 5. In the lane, Keith Davis attacks. 7'1" Cohen Collier fights through contact, drops it in, give him the hoop and the harm. That's Collier's first foul of the night, and Keith Davis will look to add to his now team-high 13 points. Collier takes a seat, replaced by Alvin Jackson III. Brevin Trinkle sits for NJC. It's Davis. Knocks in the and one. Keith Davis, leading scorer for NJC tonight with 14. 57-52, 9:10 to go. Second half, Justin Sepoy bodying Edmonds as he attacks down the heart of the lane. Edmonds fights through contact and knocks it down. Lead back up to 7. Adam Checker return back in, pulls up the floor, and he's stripped as he attempts to elevate for the shot. Quick run of the floor. Sabulic dishes. Far side three, wide open from downtown. Ethan Copeland drains it. 23 points for Ethan Copeland, now in the lead, back up to double digits. It's 10 for Salt Lake at 62-52 with 8:40 to go in the second half. Ryder McConnell drives off the right wing to the window. Shot does not go, but the putback for Justin Sepoy bangs it back in. All 3 offensive rebounds tonight have been converted for the Plainsmen. The problem is they've given up 10 offensive rebounds to Salt Lake. Foul on Raider McConnell as Salt Lake attempted to quickly transition into the offense. 6th foul on the Plainsmen. .8:20 to go in the second half. Xavier Edmonds, left side, he attacks, and Justin Sepoy got beat on the bounce, and Edmonds, who hadn't made a shot in the first half, has all 8 of his points in this second half. Quick backup, Keith Davis drops it into the lane. Sepoy hits the deck, saves the ball, tips it to Davis, back to Adamczyk, who flies in the lane, dished off to Sepoy, who wasn't ready for it again. 2 quick passes, and Sepoy just couldn't pick it up, and Sepoy is gassed. He's been chasing Edmonds all over the floor tonight, and he is utterly exhausted. Coach Eddie Trinkle goes to his bench. Edmonds spins away. 3 up, no good. Rebound down by Keith Davis. Quick in transition. Adamczyk steps into a 3 and knocks down a 3. Noah Adamczyk with 8 points, his second 3 in the second half. The Plainsmen will burn a timeout with 7:24 to go in the second half, down 64-57. You're listening to Northeastern Plainsmen basketball. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center where the Plainsmen trail Salt Lake 64-57 with 7:24 to go in the second half. Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending, and they will take care of all of your local agricultural lending needs. Stop by and see them at one of their many locations or visit them online, premieraca.com. The Salt Lake Bruins are 12 of 17 from the floor in half two after shooting 12 of 38 in half number one. Plainsmen will full court press as the Bruins bring Mason Benninger back in on the timeout, and Luke Smaley as well. They're the two primary ball handlers. Alvin Jackson, the third near side, feed underneath the hoop, and Camille Domingo draped onto the back of Benninger. Benninger fought through the contact, knocked it in and won. Domingo left his feet for his second foul, and an and-one play add to the tally. Salt Lake figured out how to attack NJC's defense. A chance to go back up by double digits if Benninger can knock down the free throw, which he does not. Benninger with 16 for the Bruins. Quick toss up the floor to Sepoy in the lane. Ryder McConnell found him. Good heads-up pass. Ball hit the floor once. Sepoy, 6 of his 8 points in the second half. 66-59, Salt Lake. Skip pass across to the far side. Pull up three. Off the mark, no good. And Davis down with his 6th rebound of the game on the miss from Alvin Jackson. Keith Davis, leading scorer for the Plainsmen, running it into the front court, gives up his dribble, goes Sepoy, high post. Sepoy pushes, angle near wing. Williams to the block, and Camille Domingo doubled down on. Back out to Keziah. Ryder McConnell, 30 feet from the hoop. He'll fly. Right side of the lane, pull back from 16, and tickled the twine. Ryder McConnell's first points of the game, created his own shot, gets NJC back within 5, 66-61. Bruins run into the front court, down underneath the hoop. Good pass across for Edmonds. He finds Copeland. Copeland drains it. 25 points tonight for Copeland. Plainsmen can't get a stop on the defensive end. Keith Davis runs into the front court. Keziah Williams gets a screen from Justin Sepoy, gives it off to Sepoy in the lane. Off the screen, post to post, drops it to Domingo. His 2 off the mark, no good. Smaley down with the rebound. Quick push up the floor near side. In the lane, Jackson fishes it off the window. Benninger drops it in. Alvin Jackson dropping another 18 points now for Benninger, 70-61, 5:24 to go in the second half. Keith Davis runs the floor for the Plainsmen. Davis drops it in onto the block to Sepoy. Justin backs Edmonds down to Domingo, back to Sepoy, and Sepoy drops it in. 10 points, 8 of it in the second half. Camille Domingo couldn't find a handle on the basketball, and it went right back to Sepoy. Plainsmen down 70-63. Dump down onto the far side for the Bruins. Benninger top of the key. Drives right side of the lane past Domingo. Good recovery by Domingo off to Edmonds. Edmonds flies into the lane. Tries to pull contact off Sepoy. Comes up short on his shot, and Domingo down with the rebound. Plainsmen with 4:35 to go. Trot into the front court and set the offense up. Keith Davis, near corner, Keziah Williams. Yes, sir! Keziah Williams from downtown knocks it down. Plainsmen within 4. 4:20 to go in the second half. They trail 70-66. Ethan Copeland, top of the key. He'll knock it down from downtown. 28 tonight for the sophomore from Washington. 73-66. Salt Lake with the lead over Northeastern. 4:08 to go in the second half. You're listening to Northeastern Plainsmen basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainsman trails Salt Lake 73-66. 4:08 to go in half number 2 as we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center, and our coverage made possible by Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws at you. Car insurance, farm insurance, life insurance, crop insurance. Gordon Insurance, 970-526-6139. Plainsman with the ball. They drain a 3, then give up a 3. Salt Lake with the timeout. They have 2 left. NJC has 1 remaining. Ryder McConnell flies into the lane, kicks to Keith Davis, far corner. Davis around to Williams, who hit the 3 last time up the floor. Skip across to Keith. He'll fly left wing. Blocking foul on the floor. Foul on Ethan Copeland. That is 3 on Copeland. And the inbound to the right of the hoop for the Northeastern Plainsmen. Inbound pass tipped into the backcourt. Ryder McConnell will run it down. McConnell near side to Keziah Williams. Williams to Green, who came in on the timeout. Green off a body, throws one up. Shot does not drop. Rebound down by Xavier Edmonds, his 9th of the game. Green, a hot start to the game. Foul trouble limited him in the first half, and he's never found a rhythm in this second half. Sepoy back to the table, likely to replace him. Left wing. Feed into the lane. Bendinger, Domingo swatted at it. Bendinger found a way to get it to fall. Bendinger with 20 for the Salt Lake Bruins, 75-66. Keziah Williams hands it off to Keith Davis. Blow by in the lane. The tipsy-do. The scoop is up and in. Another bucket to Keith Davis. Plainsman trails 75-68. That is 11 since halftime, 18 in the game for Keith Davis. Xavier Edmonds flies into the lane, bodied, dropped it. He's to double figures, the 3rd Bruin there, but he hadn't scored at halftime. Huge second half for Xavier Edmonds, 77-68, 2:35 to go. Near side, Ryder McConnell out to Keith Davis. On the left wing, Domingo back to Keith, pumps the 3. Into the heart of the lane he goes. Shot swatted out of bounds. No, not out of bounds. Saved in transition. Alley-oop near side 2. And Eddie Trinkle is teed up for the Northeastern Plainsmen. The officials will see 2 free throws with 2:17 to go. Coach Eddie Trinkle's been animated this evening. Intense with his team. And to that point in the season where the attitude changes a little bit. First technical free throw from Ethan Copeland does not go. He will have the second opportunity. The second does for Ethan Copeland. 29 points for Copeland this evening. Subs will come in on the technical for the Plainsmen as Domingo and Green sit. Sepoy and Owen Wright return to the floor. 78-68, 2:17 to go. Inbound to the right of the hoop for the Salt Lake Bruins. Hand off to Smaley, who backs out to the center court Insignia. Will take his time, milking this under 2 to go before they have to shoot on the Bruins side. Drive by Bendinger into the lane. He'll kick off far side, sling across near side for Xavier Edmonds. Edmonds defended tightly by Sepoy. Sepoy's put in yeoman's work defensively tonight. Good help side defense from Keziah Williams, and Keith Davis steals the pass away on the push across. Near side, McConnell 3 up, no good. Sepoy rebound, fouled. After collecting the offensive rebound, a chance to turn it 2 points at the free throw line. Foul is on Alvin Jackson, the 3rd. That is his 2nd with 1:44 to go. Sepoy to the line for the first time tonight. 1-1 as it is the 7th team foul on the Salt Lake Bruins. First goes in. So every offensive rebound for NJC has been turned into points. Second for Sepoy. hammers rim and doesn't go in. Rebound collected by Xavier Edmonds. He has a double-double. Coach Eddie Trinkle still chatting at the official on the foul or the protest he had when he was teed up. Smaley, with under 90 seconds to go, goes high post to Mason Bendinger. Bendinger spins in the lane, fall away two, way short. Keziah Williams down with the rebound. Keith Davis up the floor. Keziah from downtown hammers the back iron and doesn't go. Copeland down with the board. Work under a minute to go when the Plainsmen taking on number 6 Salt Lake to kick off the Region 9 crossover tonight. They were right in this one. Ryder McConnell commits a foul. We tick under a minute to go, and Ethan Copeland will go to the line, but the Bruins have not been able to miss in this second half. 18 of 29. He went 12 of 38 in the first half. This is a team that shoots better than 50% on the season. Front end of the 1-and-1 does not go for Ethan Copeland, and Owen Wright down with the board for the Plainsmen. Davis runs the floor. He's fouled. Smaley was on his hip, so Keith Davis 15 feet unguarded to the line to add to his team high. It says 16 on the board, but I think it's more than 11, and more than that. Let's count. It's 11, 13, no, that is 16. Brevin Trinkle on for Keziah Williams on the Plainsman side with 53 seconds remaining. Just the 8th team foul on Salt Lake, so this is still 1-and-1. Keese knocks in the first. Justin Sapoy in double figures. Noah Adamczyk with 8 in limited minutes in his first game back off the injury. Brady Green with 6. Brevin Trinkle with 5. There's been quality pieces for NJC. Keith Davis misses the second. Rebound pulled down by Alvin Jackson. Plainsman trail 78-70, 45 seconds left. Too strong on Bendinger's cross pass and turned over. That is the 5th turnover of the second half for Salt Lake, but you couple that better than 60% shooting with less than 10 turnovers in the game and double digits in offensive rebounds, and that's a recipe for disaster. Owen Wright off the left wing, spins in the lane, fall away from 6, dumps it in. Owen Wright drains the bucket, 78-72. Warning on a delay of game as the ball was tipped after the made shot and not allowed to be quickly got back to the Bruins, and a timeout taken by Coach Eddie Trinkle, who I'm assuming will visit with on the post-game show. We typically do. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Channel Seed now qualifies for rewards through Bayer Plus. Call 970-571-2021. Get your seed set up for the 2025 growing season. We mentioned it, final game of 2024 for the Northeastern. Plainsmen will come up tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. right here at the Bank of Colorado Events Center. And it's against Laramie County Community College. And boy, let me tell you, that rivalry is one that is quickly developing into a fun one on the court. 6 straight games have been decided by 10 or fewer points. Dating back to the 2015-16 season, the two programs have met 17 times. Laramie County has won 9, NJC has won 8. So, always a great battle when those two take to the court. And Dwayne Salisbury, the head coach for the Golden Eagles, a guy that has been in this region a long time, like Coach Eddie Trinkle. So, two Region 9 mainstays. The veterans, if you will, now with the retirement of Kevin O'Connell from North Platte. 78-72, Plainsman trail with 25 seconds left, and Ryder McConnell attempting a steal in the backcourt on Ethan Copeland committed the foul. That is 3 fouls on Ryder. The Plainsman will give up 2 free throws here, as that is foul number 10 on NJC in half number 2. First free throw in for Ethan Copeland, a 30-point night for him. When you're hot, you're hot, and he's been hot. Smalley exits. Savulich back on for Salt Lake. No. It'll be Bendinger that exits. So guards, all 3 of them out there for the Bruins. Copeland, Savulich, and Smalley. Both free throws in. That's 31 tonight for Ethan Copeland, 80-72. Keith Davis attempting to run the floor near side. Had it punched out of his hands by Savulich and out of bounds. I don't think you can be unhappy with the body of work that NJC put together tonight. It was just a little about 3-minute stretch where Salt Lake couldn't miss and NJC couldn't make, and that's going to be the difference in the game as Wright drives in. He's fouled. Driving hard of the lane by Smalley with 11.5 seconds to go. And Owen Wright to the line. 1-1. Or was he in the act of shooting? It is 1-1. He was on the floor. First goes in for Owen Wright. Garnered the start tonight. Only attempted 1 shot before 2 fouls rendered him to the bench for the remainder of the first half. Good second half. As he sinks the second, all 8 of his points in half 2. Similar to Xavier Edmonds, who was rendered to the bench in foul trouble in the first half. He doubled in the second half for the Salt Lake Bruins. Brevin Trinkle commits a foul on the inbound pass with 10.4 seconds remaining, his second, and 2 free throws for Ethan Copeland to add to the game-high 31. Plainsmen aren't going to see anybody better than Salt Lake this year, I don't think. I mean, I guess Trinidad State could have something to say about that. Those 2 teams play tomorrow at noon. If you're not coming to watch an NJC game but want to see a phenomenal game, that I think has a chance to be a really good one. Keith Davis, after the made free throws, missed his shot. Rebound down by Salt Lake. And this one will go final. The Bruins 82, the Plainsmen 74. And a hard-fought night, but NJC comes up short, and Salt Lake takes the victory. We'll take ourselves to the post-game show next. The Northeastern Plainsmen lose 82-74 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.